Morning guys, well we made it to Scotland. This is the start of the NC 500 right here in Inverness. As you can probably tell, I'm pitched up right now in my Wingman Goose. This is the first morning. Basically arrived at the campground about 5 p.m. Really just wanted to chill out. The ride was horrendous. About 405 miles in one day. Man, it took me like 8.5 hours with a couple of stops for fuel, but I didn't stop longer than 15 minutes for any of the breaks. Purely just fuel, and then got back on the bike and ploughed on some more. And yeah, it's a grueler, man, like getting up here. But once you're up here, it's great. Basically last night, pitched up, had a shower. This pitch I have is amazing. The view is incredible, guys. First of all, that's the Bonneville, and then that's my view. And that's a nice estuary right in front, mountains in the background. It's pretty nice. And then here's behind. So just a regular campground. It's about 6:30 a.m. right now, so the birds are out, but no, there's a random digger that I parked next to, a little 360 excavator. But yeah, everyone's still sleeping. It's always a nice time of the morning on a campground. This is me in my goose. It was a pretty chilly night. Again, the weather was quite warm yesterday, but it just seems to drop at a certain time of night, about 4 a.m, something like that. Man, it goes ice cold. You just got to power through. But we need to march on. I've got things to do, so I'll crack on and then pick the camera back up in a second. Just got outside the tent, have a look. So this is Birchew Campground. I believe that's how you pronounce it. Inverness. But wow, it's stunning. I mean, literally, the sunrise is there. This is about 6:30 a.m. Last night, the sunset was just behind those mountains there. It was amazing. Really cool. So yeah, I'm just gonna have a little walk to the toilets now and do my thing. Now, this is my look for today right now. This is PJs and biker boots. Okay, I've got to be quiet. Catch up with you guys in a sec. Right guys, I'm going to pack up now and I'm just going to leave the camera rolling. Need to fold up the towel. In fact, what I may do is just use it for drying the seat, because the seat's a little bit wet this morning. Things are drying off slowly as the sun's coming up, but not quick enough. Yeah, that's better, right? You can actually see what's going on this morning. I've got a few ducks flying around, a few mallards, and there's a nice little boat there in the can you see that? Oh yeah, there it is. There's a boat. Can't see it. There we go. Right, put a few things away like the lantern. I think it's coffee time. So this is the stash. What we got in here? This is my ground coffee bag. Lazy day. And get the AeroPress. So last night, before I went to sleep, I filled up my flask. There's a cold water tap just next to the tent, which is ideal. So got the stove, which you've seen a few times before now. I cooked some chicken ramen noodles in this last night. Really good. Had this amazing view. We don't want a big coffee. Maybe that'll do. Should boil quicker than if we put a bit less in. So, see if we can get it started this morning. That sounded good to me. Alright, let's just let that boil for a few minutes. I think we got really lucky with this first night and morning as it happens. I mean, this is Scotland, just slowly coming into May now, but not quite, we're just at the end of April. And it's glorious, absolutely glorious. I think the high temperature yesterday was around 16, low last night was maybe around 8, which isn't bad. But the biker I was speaking to yesterday, he was telling me that he came over from Ireland to do his trip, and for the first 2 days it did nothing but rain. So that's a bit unfortunate, but I think that's the risk with Scotland. You just never know. And I was a little bit late getting on this trip, if I'm honest. I was looking at the weather forecast a few weeks in advance, always trying to pick the perfect week. And
really it's impossible, especially this time of year where it changes from one day to the next. You really just got to go for it. So I've packed a variety of things to help with this hot weather. I've got things like a hot water bottle, for instance, because just to take the chill off at night because it gets so cold. I've got a wool blanket and yeah, just a few other bits. But I think one important tip is to always wear a separate pair of socks and pyjamas at night, or like a thermal layer, because if you wear the same thermal layer that you ride in and you go to bed wearing that same thermal layer, they could be a bit sweaty, and then that holds moisture, and at night time that moisture gets really cold. So making sure you've got a dry pair of clothing to wear at night is really important, trust me. Okay, is this? Yeah, it's getting warm. Gas might be running a little bit low. Yeah, I think it's coming on. Pretty quiet these, you can't always hear them working, and you can't really see the flame either. Yeah, definitely on now. I've done that a few times, didn't think it was on. Right, next off, I've got some coffee. This is one of my new favourite blends. It's Taylor's Lazy Day Coffee. It's a pretty low strength coffee, so that suits me. I don't really like the stuff that's too strong. So this is ground coffee, and then I've got an AeroPress. So this is a little device. It's so cool for doing filtered coffee, ground coffee I should say. So basically what you have is a little strainer and then some filter paper that lives in there like that. And then it screws onto the bottom of this cylinder, just like that. And then what we can do, we can use this spoon that it comes with, get a decent scoop of coffee, nice big scoop, and we're gonna chuck that in there like that. Right, now we just need to let the water boil, and then we sit there on top of the cup, pour the water in, and give it a little stir like that. All right guys, so I think the water's boiled now. Let's check this out. Yeah, she looks good. Right, ooh, that's hot. Let's set you guys back up. All right, so as I say, we can turn the gas off now and pour the water straight into the pot. The trick is not to burn yourself. Ooh, wow. In fact, let's put a bit more in. Let's have a decent coffee. Right, so then we take the spoon, give it a little stir. All right, let that just sit now for a minute. And then we have a plunger, and the plunger sort of goes in the end, which I'm doing very gingerly so I don't burn myself. And it kind of goes in like that. I know it looks a bit funny really, doesn't it? But you basically leave that to brew, if that's what they call it with coffee. And then after a few minutes you just press the plunger down, and then that gets your coffee out into your cup through the filter. It's really neat. I've just turned the wingman around so that it can dry off. It's got the sort of morning moisture dew on it. But after we've had this coffee, we're pretty much ready to go. So this morning, there's a couple of places we could go because I haven't actually booked anywhere. This is the only place that I've booked. So for the next several days, we are purely winging it. And I was thinking about maybe going to Applecross today. It's an amazing pass through the west coast. Or we may go further today and go to the Isle of Skye, because I really want to island hop and go on the ferry to the Outer Hebrides, but that could be tomorrow. So really exciting stuff. Just as a really indecisive person, not having anywhere booked is a bit new for me actually, because now I'm having to decide on the morning, which is yeah, a bit odd, but really exciting. So the beauty of coming to Scotland this time of year on your bike, most campsites operate on a first come, first served basis, but you've got to arrive after 12 o'clock, something like that. So really that encourages you, if anything, to actually not book, because you simply can't for most of them, unless you want electric hookup and things. So yeah, gosh, it's so sunny today. Yeah, so really just pure freestyling it here. But isn't that what it's all about? Or should be about? Anyway, I'm just rambling now. Let's see if this coffee's ready. Right, here we go. Can you see the coffee in there, look, swishing around? Right, you plunge that down through the filter. Kind of got to press quite hard. And there we have it. Remove the strainer. And that, ladies and gents, is how to make ground coffee when you're out camping. And if you want a view like that one, I highly suggest you get yourself to Scotland. Alright, so I've just had a really cool idea. If we can climb down this bank, perhaps we can have a little wander around on the beach. It looks a bit sketchy. What could possibly go wrong? Oh dear, I'm just gonna have to commit. Oh. Looked like an ankle snapper that did. Wow, this is better. See if we can find ourselves some mussels for tea. What do you think? Can you see any, guys? Got the coffee in hand. Wow, not sure we'll make it out to the boat. It looks a lot further away in the camera, but it's pretty close. It's just really wet, so I think we'll give that a miss. So what else can I really tell you about the journey over? I did just over 400 miles. I think it was like 403, something like that altogether. I'll be honest with you, I thought I was going to make it to like Edinburgh, and after about 4 hours or so, and say to myself, all right, I'm gonna stop over somewhere, you know, halfway, because it's just such a grueler to blast out in one day. But I booked the campsite yesterday morning, and I made it my mission to get here in the same day, which is pretty wild really, on the Bonneville, because it's not exactly a touring machine, and I've said this a couple of times now, I think, but it's just not. I mean, it's amazing, you know what I mean? I love my bike, absolutely love it, as you can tell, but you know, it's not a touring bike, let's face it. Can you tour on it? Of course you can. You can really tour on anything. So, but there are bikes for touring which are just definitely more suited to it. But that's neither here or there. The Bonneville did a fantastic job, and stopped for fuel twice. It probably used about maybe 35, possibly a smidge more pounds worth of fuel. I guess that's like $20 US to do 400 miles. So I'm quite happy with that. I just cruised along, you know, maybe 60, something like that all the way here. Didn't really want to go too crazy. Wow. Whew. Very nice. Cool bridge in the background there. I'm not sure if you guys can see that. Just a lovely bay. I mean, I'd really recommend staying here. 21. I kind of wish I could say to you a bit more about what's going to happen today, but I actually don't know. I've not booked anything, not a thing. You know, I'm literally, I should say, if I can hold back my excitement for a minute, I'm literally just winging it. Anyway, let's have a walk back and get down the road. It should be late enough now. I think it's probably around 8 o'clock in the morning. I've noticed a few people are starting to get up now, so I should be able to start the Bonneville without making some people jump out of the sleeping bags. Although that would be quite fun. This is the final shot before we depart. Yeah, I can't wait. So I think we're going to the Isle of Skye. Again, I just checked their website and they said no booking facility available for non-electric pitches, so it's first come first serve. I tried to phone call just to check, hey, is it busy, do you expect that I'll be able to get a place? No answer, so we really are just gonna go for it and see what happens. So all right, let's go. So is the audio coming through? Testing. Okay, how's that? All right, I'll try and talk quietly because I don't think we really need to shout with this on. I've got the mic right next to me. So I just need to get the gloves on. And I've also got to put my little wooden plate that I put underneath the kickstand. Need to put that in my pocket, if I can get it in my pocket, that is. So just make sure I've got everything. Phone, wallet, keys are in the ignition. I think that's it. Make sure I've left no pegs. Yep. That looks alright to me. I might actually go to the toilet just before I go, because we've got a 3-hour ride. 120 miles or so. Right. Probably try and lift this peg up first. Let's have a look. Oh, the ground is a bit soft, so I don't know if it's going to sink. Yeah, not too bad. Put that in there. Button up the old pockets. Everything becomes twice as difficult when you're wearing gloves. Right, let's see if I can get my leg over. Normally I can do that bit with ease, but because I've got my biker pants on, I can barely move. I'm sure you guys know what that's like. Kickstand up. Right, let's see if it'll start. That could be a problem, can it? If it didn't clear the moisture off. Here we go. Please start. Ooh. She did. Just let it idle for a minute. Yeah, how are we looking? Camera all good. Hi guys. Wow, kind of don't want to leave this place. I did think about actually staying for another day just to chill out, but I'm like, oh, there's so much to see. I best just crack on and do it. So, right, let's see if she'll go into first. Alright, here we go. Take my time just because this grass is so wet. We don't want to have a do on the grass, if you know what I mean. Right. Okay. Well, now we're rolling. I don't know if I'm going to go to the toilet and stop again. Such a faff just getting ready to leave. Yeah, screw it. Let's just get down the road. We'll find somewhere. A little lay-by if we need one. My main man here in the truck. Have a good one. Cheers. Just showing a bit of appreciation there for the old Bonneville. I do love that about it, actually. Turns a lot of heads, especially with, you know, the slightly older generation. Everyone's just in love with them, you know, and people who've often got a story to tell about a Bonneville they had or a Gold Star, and it's so nice just connecting with people in that way. But alrighty, we're rolling. Oh man, do you know, yesterday after the epic ride here, and it was epic, guys, like, that's not like exaggeration, for my books that was epic. I did say I was just going to chill out today and, you know, just take it easy, but I think we're just going to go for it. Get back on the saddle, if you know what I mean. Oh. So I think we're currently about 8:30, maybe 9 AM. So fresh, the air is just so nice out here. Oop. Speed bumps. And yeah. Just gonna cruise on out. Petrol pump. What do we got? We don't want to go miles, do we? There is an Esso back there. How far is that? 4 minutes. Boom. You'll do. Let's roll. Hiya.
Bonneville.
Oh yeah. Oh, cheers.
What year's that?
It's actually a new one, believe it or not. It's 2017.
Well, it's still right to it.
Yeah, but it's based on the old model. You know, from the 60s and 70s.
Yeah.
It's got that same styling.
Yeah, well.
Cool, isn't it?
Yeah. We would never go, right?
Yeah.
With the spokes, huh?
Yeah.
And where's it made? In China.
Sorry?
Where's it made?
I think these are made in Thailand. Yeah. They did make them in Leicester.
Yeah.
Because there is a Triumph factory in Leicester.
Yeah.
But I think this one come from Thailand.
Yeah, wow. Was the fuel cap all...
Yeah, it's...
So even attention to detail of that, huh?
yeah, it's...
It's incredible, eh?
Alright, isn't it?
And there's, what size engines, isn't it?
900cc.
Oh, 900, yeah.
Yeah. It goes alright. It's not a speed machine, but it's alright.
Wow. And you're in hold, yeah?
Yeah, gonna try the NC 500. Never done it before, so fingers crossed.
You'll see a lot of Lamborghinis and Ferraris in it.
I have, yeah. I've noticed a lot. Yeah, a lot of nice sports cars. I'd rather have one of them.
See ya.
Alright, pal. So guys, we've just pulled up at Loch a Cullin. I'll just flip the camera around. Oh wow. I'm about half an hour into the journey, still got about 100 miles to go. So I nearly went straight past this place, and as you can see, we've got the sort of the main highway here, just snaking through, and then heads off that way into the mountains. Smiles per miles is what they say. I've got the wingman all set up now. There's the Bonnie, there's me, and here's my tent situation. And I thought I'd just give you a little look inside the tent, because I don't think I've actually showed you yet. So I'll just pan the camera around. But this is the deal. So currently got my jammers there, or just some thermal layers for later, some dry warm socks like I was talking about. Usually just stash the camera down there in the corner. Hot water bottle. I recently got this off Amazon for about £10, and it does the job just to take the chill off at night, because it might seem a bit girly, but I'd rather be warm than freezing, you know what I mean? What else we got? I've got a wool blanket, and then I've got a British Army sleeping bag. It's like a medium layer this, so it's just quilted, but it's just a bit warmer than the standard one. And then I've also got a Wingman of the Road thermal liner. I absolutely love it. It's the same green as the tent, you know, it's that khaki green colour. Really goes well with my sleeping bag. And again, it adds a lot of heat at night just to take the edge off. So that's been really useful. Plus the zip is on the left hand side, so it matches my sleeping bag. So yeah, and then I've just got a collapsible pillow in there, or one that squishes, so when I roll the wingman up, I literally roll everything up. Oh, there's one other thing. I also have this inflatable mattress. So it's a mattress which has got like a foam layer inside, and then you just top it up with air, and again it just gives me a bit more comfort at night. The beauty is when I actually wrap everything up, so I roll the wingman away, everything is rolled up in one. So although some people might think, oh, that's a really big pack, you know, like when it's rolled up it looks massive, and I agree, you know, it does look quite big when it's rolled up, but you got to remember everything is inside this. Jammers, hot water bottle, wool blanket, sleeping bag, thermal liner, and the inflatable mattress. So that's an awful lot to get rolled in, but that's the beauty of this setup. It is literally roll up, roll out. For me, it's a really comfortable space for getting my head down at night. The main thing is to use whatever tent you have and just get on the road. Don't be worrying about having the best tent or the worst tent. Just use whatever tent you have and go from there. You know, if you decide you really love it and then you want to trade up, try something new, then the Wingman is obviously a great option, but there's other options out there too. Hopefully one day I'll get to try some. So I think what I'm going to do now is take you along to the coffee shop just around the corner there at the reception, and I'm going to have a well-earned coffee. So let's go. Well guys, we're trying a coffee. This is at the Cullen Ridge Coffee. First sip. Oh wow, that's nice. Ooh, that's so good. So this coffee, guys, is called Cullen Coffee. They don't actually sell it yet online, but the owner tells me that they're actually looking to sell it really soon. So at the moment, this is the only place you can get it, but it is actually roasted locally. What I will do is I'll put a link below in the description for this campsite. There is an Instagram page for this campsite. Check it out, because that's one of the best cups I've had. Onwards, we have some lunch, which is a bit of a surprise, bit of a giveaway, I guess, with the box, but you don't know what it is yet. We're gonna head over to the beach, see if I can find a nice place to sit, and just enjoy the rest of this afternoon. Let's go. Oh wow, guys, check this out. See, this is what biking is all about. Getting on two wheels, or four, I'm not biased. Getting on two wheels though, and discovering some amazing places. I mean, look at this. Oh God, this really puts a smile on my face. I've not got to worry about getting sunburnt because I'm covered head to toe in biking gear. Slight downside with coming to a beach when you're on your bike. I literally have this entire beach to myself. Wow. Oh man, I'm such a lucky duck. Treated myself to a coffee and a pepperoni pizza. Oh my God. Check it out. Look at that. Made fresh this afternoon. Couldn't be better. Wow. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. Let's take a little walk to the shoreline. This happens every time. I go biking by myself. Usually at the start of the journey, I'm like, oh, what am I doing? What am I getting myself into? And then I have moments like this where I'm like, wow, if I didn't come today or yesterday, I wouldn't be experiencing this right now. And it's even better that I get to take you guys along with me, because I don't always feel like I'm by myself then. I feel like, oh, you know, I've got the channel behind me.
Well guys, it's been an amazing day today, and that's day 2 complete. Unfortunately, the weather has taken a bit of a turn. It's gone from being absolutely glorious today and yesterday to seemingly very difficult to judge. The weather forecasts are all saying high winds for the remainder of the week for the next several days. Although it's dry, high winds and strong gusts and things like that. The Bonneville is not the most aerodynamic motorcycle out there, and to be honest with you, it gets me a bit twitchy at times. The wind, we may need to think about rerouting some of the trip because I'm not sure if I'm totally down for the windy gusts and things like that. We'll see. Either way, it's been an amazing couple of days and we made it to the Isle of Skye. I just really don't want to have several days in the high wind, maybe even rain, but so far it is just looking dry. But anyway, this is how things are looking right now. Spin the camera around. Say, it's been a lovely evening. There's the bike. And yeah, so I think I'm gonna wrap the video up there, guys. Turn in for the night, try and get a nice early one. So if you've enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you all in the next one.